Nothing is sacred anymore. IPs that have been loved by many are being taken apart and destroyed. Star Wars, Doctor Who, Star Trek, and even things like The Labyrinth and Highlander are being revived to receive modern day remakes, and unfortunately, most of the time the new movies and shows are terrible. The writers and directors completely fail to capture the essence of the original content, and another series that's being revived is Zorro, but with a woke twist. I have a lot to talk about in this video, but before we get into the topic at hand, if you enjoy the content that I create, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. Follow me on social media like Twitter or mine so that you can see when my content is posted. And of course, if you do really enjoy the videos and the live streams that I create, please consider becoming a Dark Titan via Patreon for just $1 a month or supporting the channel via YouTube memberships. All of the links are in the description, and of course, I do really appreciate all of the support. So going to the Deadline article, it says Zorro drama with female lead from Robert and Rebecca Rodriguez, Sean Tretta, and Propagate in works at the CW. There is so much wrong with this. It's not just like there's one statement in here that doesn't sound good. There is so much wrong here. A Zorro drama with a female lead from Robert Rodriguez, which I'm going to talk about, at the CW. I mean, this is just a pile of garbage here. It says Zorro is headed to the CW. The Young Skewing Network has put in development a gender-swapped reimagining of the classic masked vigilante character from Robert and Rebecca Rodriguez. It says this is a new incarnation of the project, which was in development at NBC during the 2020 and 21 cycle, with Tretta as a new addition to the brother and sister writing team of Robert and Rebecca Rodriguez. It says co-penned by the trio and to be directed by Rebecca Rodriguez. In Zorro, a young Latinx woman seeking vengeance for her father's murder joins a secret society and adopts the new outlaw persona of Zorro. This will probably be the worst reboot that we've seen of a franchise so far because we can instantly tell that it's going to be a super woke project. First of all, they're using the term Latinx, and the term Latinx is just another modern day creation and isn't even widely accepted by most Latinos who much prefer to use Latino and Latina. It's a slur and they shouldn't be using this term, and because they're marketing it as a Latinx project, we can tell it's going to be woke. It's going to be created by people who don't actually understand what people like and what people want. But we're talking about a modern day reboot slash reimagining, and most of those go terribly. Most of them don't go well. And we are also talking about something being made at the CW. It's shows like this that are helping the failure of the CW. Of course, I've talked about it a couple times now, but the CW is up for sale. Their numbers haven't been great, and apparently they haven't made a profit since 2006, and we can see why. They're creating garbage like this. Now, with all of these details in mind, it seems like it's going to be a project that's going to receive a lot of backlash, but there's also more to add to the situation. As it says, Robert Rodriguez is going to be writing and directing some of this Zorro series, and if you do not know who Robert Rodriguez is, he has been working on Star Wars. Specifically, he did 2 episodes of The Mandalorian, but he has also been writing and directing some of Book of Boba Fett, and of course, a lot of Star Wars fans haven't liked the Book of Boba Fett. It has received a lot of backlash because it's just not the direction that Star Wars fans wanted it to go in. The CW truly and genuinely doesn't understand what audiences want. I don't think there's going to be many people out there who want to see a Latinx woke reimagining of Zorro for the modern day. I truly and genuinely just don't. I mean, the original Zorro series was one of the most popular shows of the golden age of Hollywood for a reason. But taking the name Zorro and recreating it from the ground up with gender swaps and story changes, it's not going to get those original fans back, and of course that's who they want to watch this series. A big reason why companies are reimagining these franchises is because they want to get people on the nostalgia. They want people with nostalgia to come and watch these shows, pump up numbers, and hopefully new audiences will end up liking these shows as well. Most of the time, they get absolutely raked across the coals and they have terrible ratings and reviews, but it's what companies like the CW are doing time and time again. So I wanted to read some of the comments on this Nerdist post because people are very unhappy with the idea of a female reimagining of Zorro. Data Racer said, LOL, this is the guy that made Book of Boba Fett, and people are trying to say it's not woke. Newsflash, it's going to be woke trash, and it probably, unfortunately, will be. These people have one trick up their sleeve, and that is making woke content. That Umbrella guy said, weird how many Latinos say Latinx is a racial slur, but the media and companies think this sells. My Nerdy Home said, this is ridiculous. No one wants this. And it's true. I don't see anyone on this saying, this sounds like a great idea. I'm really excited for this. It's them being absolutely raked across the coals. There's no one here that sounds happy about it or is even that positive about this project. People are sharing gifs, like stop trying to make Latinx happen, stop trying to make fetch happen, it's not going to happen. I don't know why these companies think that Latinx is going to pick up one day because it's clearly not. It hasn't, it's probably not going to. I don't know why they keep trying to push it, but they do. People are saying things like progressive Americans crying over how imperialistic the US is, then unironically labeling Hispanics Latinx against their will is peak comedy. Can't make this stuff up. Dr. Hayes said, what self-respecting Latin person uses Latinx? Kind of insulting to an entire culture and language. And like I said, it is something that is just another modern day creation. It isn't even widely accepted. Most people hate the term Latinx. And this is how they're trying to market this series with Latinx and a female reimagining for the modern day. This is woke garbage and it's not going to sell. These series haven't sold and they're not going to start now. Lauren Chen said Latinx and woman, you're gendering her anyway, so why not just use Latina? And it's so true. I don't understand why they don't do this. They should just use the terms that are widely accepted, but they're trying to look so inclusive that they're using terms like Latinx, which aren't great. People are saying things like, yeah, because we needed another yes queen girl boss Mary Sue, we just don't have enough of those. Another comment says, according to all of my Hispanic peeps, Latinx is not a word. They also said that it was offensive, but of course, these companies don't actually listen to people they're trying to make these shows appeal to. No, they're just trying to look inclusive and diverse. Oh, we used this term that we saw used on the internet, so that must mean that we get social points. When I hear about series being rebooted and reimagined, I want to give them the benefit of the doubt and say maybe this project will be different. But we're talking about something from the CW, something from Robert Rodriguez, something that is being marketed with Latinx. I just don't see anything positive coming from this show. Maybe it'll come out and it'll be amazing, but I highly, highly doubt it. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to give it a like, share it, and subscribe to the channel. And of course, if you didn't, make sure to give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I will talk to you all again in the next video really soon.